Welcome to the 2025 Governor's State Employee Medal of Valor Award Ceremony. As we get started, I'd kindly ask everyone to please silence your cell phones, if you haven't already. My name is Nick Maduras, and I'm the Secretary of the California Government Operations Agency, and I'm pleased to be your MC for today's important event. First, allow me to introduce all of our participants. At the request of the Governor's Office, joining us today is Nani Coloretti, Cabinet Secretary, and our citation readers are James Hacker, Undersecretary of the California State Transportation Agency, Corinne Buchanan, Undersecretary of the California Health and Human Services Agency, and Jeff McCumber, Secretary of the California Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation. And the following organizational leaders will be assisting with the presentation of medals: Janice Benton, Deputy Director of Maintenance and Operations of the California Department of Transportation, Dr. Erica Pond, State Public Health Officer and Director of the California Department of Public Health, Gina Jones, Director of the Division of Adult Institutions at the California Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation, and Sean Dury, Commissioner of the California Highway Patrol. The Governor's State Employee Medal of Valor Award is administered by the Merit Award Program at CalHR, and I would like to extend my sincere thanks to CalHR Director Irena Ortega and the members of the State Merit Award Board for their dedication in reviewing and approving nominations. Board members include Nicole Griffith from CalHR, Jennifer Garces from the Department of Motor Vehicles, Kimberly Malm from CalPERS, Evelyn Seuss from the Department of Finance, and Lucinda Ward from VSP Vision Care. Thank you all for your service. The Governor's State Employee Medal of Valor Award is the highest honor the state of California can bestow upon its employees. Since its inception in 1959, over 800 incredible individuals have been recognized with this prestigious award, and today we have the privilege of adding 11 more extraordinary heroes to that distinguished list. We are not just acknowledging individual acts of bravery, we are honoring a legacy of courage that echoes through every corner of this state. These heroes, our Medal of Valor recipients, remind us that greatness is not just measured by what we do in moments of ease, but by how we rise to the challenge when lives are on the line. In a world where acts of heroism are often unsung, today we make it a point to recognize the bravery of individuals who went above and beyond, those who embody the highest ideals of public service, sacrificing their safety, showing unparalleled resolve, and putting others first when it mattered most. Today, we honor them for their extraordinary courage and selfless commitment. The bravery we are about to celebrate is not only worthy of recognition, but is a testament to the enduring spirit of public service. With that, let us proceed with the ceremony and recognize these deserving state employees for their courageous service to the people of California. Once again, welcome and thank you for being part of this momentous occasion. We really appreciate it. Thank you all. If you're able, please stand for the CHP Color Guard, Officers Stephen Gerard and Mike Rogers. Please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance and our national anthem sung by CHP Associate Governmental Program Analyst Anna Afanasev. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you so much, Ms. Afanasyev. That was really spectacular. Now I'd like to introduce our host, California Highway Patrol Commissioner Sean Dury.
Thank you, Anna. Awesome job. From my seat, I was able to face the flag and see the sign language interpreter. I've never seen that with the national anthem. It's beautiful. She's doing an amazing job. Anna did a great job. Welcome to the CHP Academy. Welcome to this special event. If you've never been here before, this is a special place. This is where every highway patrol officer is trained since the mid-'70s when it was built. And there's no other academy or no other path to service in the CHP but through this facility and through this gym. And so, very special place for us, and we are happy to host and have you here. One thing I would point out, if you noticed in the middle of the quad, which is in front of you behind us, is the memorial fountain. There's a big eagle in the middle of it and the CHP logo. On that rest 232 names of CHP officers that gave the ultimate sacrifice, that served with ultimate bravery and laid down their life. And so I point that out as we're here out of respect for them, but also a point in welcoming you that I'd like to make that without family, none of this is possible when it comes to public service. And so although we're recognizing the men and women that are in front of us today, behind each of them stands a loving support network, a family unit, regardless of what that makeup is, that makes it all possible, that allows mom or dad, husband, wife, brother, sister to leave in the middle of the night, to answer the call whenever it comes, and go out and serve in a way that most are not willing to do. And so to the family members, we express our gratitude. I was made aware shortly before the meeting that today is special because one of the CDCR, Sergeant Charles Davis being recognized, is the grandson of a former Medal of Valor recipient for the California Highway Patrol, whose name actually lies on the fountain. He was killed in the line of duty in 1980. And so for us, this is truly a family event. We should all be proud of the public servants of California. They truly do make up the best, not just that California has to offer, that our country has to offer. I believe that California is in a position of leadership when it comes to public service and public safety. And so to all of you, welcome, and thank you. To the recipients, congratulations, and we are glad to host you here today. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Commissioner. Everyone, it is my honor now to introduce Nani Coloretti.
Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. I know, I feel like I'm trying to wake you up here, wake myself up anyway. I am Nani Coloretti. I'm the Cabinet Secretary for Governor Gavin Newsom, and it's really an honor to be with you today on behalf of Governor Gavin Newsom for this year's Governor's State Employee Medal of Valor Award ceremony. The Governor sends his warmest congratulations and deepest appreciation to each of today's honorees. While he regrets not being able to join us in person, he has asked me to express how proud he and all Californians are of the individuals that we recognize today. The Governor's State Employee Medal of Valor Award is the highest honor California can award to its state employees for acts of heroism. The award recognizes those who, in the face of danger, put others first, acting with courage, integrity, and an unwavering sense of duty. The 11 honorees that we honor today acted with bravery, honor, and compassion. They've made split-second decisions to help others in times of urgent need, demonstrating the very best of public service. Their actions reflect a deep commitment not only to their roles, but to the people in the communities that they serve. And so to each awardee, your bravery inspires all of us. Your dedication elevates the meaning of public service. And on behalf of the Governor and the state of California, thank you. And also to your families, I'll echo what the Commissioner said. To your families, your colleagues, your loved ones, thank you for the support and strength you provide behind the scenes. These jobs are really hard. And so we share this recognition with you. Before we continue with the ceremony, I want to share Governor Newsom has recorded a special message in honor of today's recipients. So please join me in watching his remarks. Thank you.
Today I'm proud to award 11 brave public servants the Governor's State Employee Medal of Valor. It's the highest honor the state has to give. This group of remarkable individuals embody what it means to serve. Each has committed themselves to bettering the lives of others, but what we honor them for today goes well beyond their oath of office. In a world where no one can seem to agree on anything, where people oftentimes don't even look each other in the eye, they put their lives on the line to help those in need. They use the authority afforded them, not the authority endowed by a badge or title, formal authority, but the moral authority provided them in situations like these to make a choice, to make the choice. They chose to meet the moment, to do the right thing regardless of risk. So we congratulate all 11 of our honorees, and we thank you for your service.
Thank you so much, Nani. Now, please join me in welcoming our first citation reader as we begin the presentation of medals. Undersecretary Hacker.
Good afternoon. I'm very proud to be part of today's ceremony as we honor our state heroes. Our first department is the California Department of Transportation, also known as Caltrans. Assisting on stage is Caltrans Deputy Director, Janice Benton. Citation for a heroic service, performed by John Bedoya, Caltrans Highway Maintenance Worker, and Isai Camino, Caltrans Highway Maintenance Lead Worker, California Department of Transportation. On Sunday, January 7th, 2024, at around 11 a.m., Caltrans Highway Maintenance Worker John Bedoya and Maintenance Lead Worker Isai Camino were traveling south on Interstate 15 to perform routine maintenance on toll lanes. While en route, they noticed an overturned vehicle on the northbound side of the freeway. Without hesitation, they took the next exit and made their way to the scene to investigate. Upon arrival, they were met with the sounds of panic, cries and shouts coming from inside the wreckage. A woman and her young son were trapped inside the overturned vehicle. Mr. Bedoya and Mr. Camino immediately sprang into action. Mr. Bedoya carefully helped the woman escape through the front windshield, ensuring she remained calm and safe throughout the rescue. At the same time, Mr. Camino climbed onto the side of the wreck and quickly worked to pry open the rear door. He gently helped the frightened young boy out of the vehicle, offering words of reassurance as he led him to safety. Emergency responders arrived within minutes, and thankfully, no one sustained serious injuries. Mr. Bedoya's and Mr. Camino's courageous actions to rescue and comfort the mother and child exceeded all expectations. Their selfless bravery in a moment of crisis exemplified true heroism. The state of California takes great pride in presenting the Silver Medal of Valor to California Department of Transportation, Caltrans Highway Maintenance Worker John Bedoya, and Highway Maintenance Lead Worker Isai Camino for their heroic service extending above and beyond the normal call of duty. Citation for heroic service, performed by Vernon Ladd, Caltrans Landscape Maintenance Worker, and Jarrett Walter Lopez, Caltrans Equipment Operator 1, California Department of Transportation. On the morning of May 13th, 2014, Caltrans Landscape Maintenance Worker Vernon Ladd and Equipment Operator 1, Jarrett Walter Lopez, were on their way to fix an irrigation issue on Highway 41 and North Avenue in Fresno, California, when they came upon a devastating accident. A petroleum fuel truck had collided with a school bus filled with children, severely damaging the school bus. Realizing the danger and severity of the situation, Mr. Ladd and Mr. Lopez immediately pulled over to help. Upon reaching the scene, the bus driver, trapped and distressed, pleaded with Mr. Ladd and Mr. Lopez to rescue the children, students between the ages of 6 and 14, who were still inside the bus. Gas from the ruptured fuel truck was leaking beneath the bus, escalating the dangerous situation. Mr. Ladd and Mr. Lopez moved swiftly and fearlessly. They first tried to enter through the front of the bus, but found it blocked by the wreckage. They immediately ran to the rear of the bus, gained access, and began the perilous task of rescuing the children who were trapped inside. With fuel spilling onto the ground beneath them, they stayed focused and determined, saving all 35 students. After getting the children to a safe distance from the wreckage, Mr. Ladd and Mr. Lopez provided first aid to the injured children and comforted them until emergency responders arrived. The state of California takes great pride in presenting the Silver Medal of Valor to now retired California Department of Transportation Caltrans Landscape Maintenance Worker Vernon Ladd and promoted Equipment Operator 2 Jarrett Walter Lopez for their heroic service extending above and beyond the normal call of duty. Citation for heroic service, performed by Jerry Prado, Maintenance Area Superintendent, California Department of Transportation. On Wednesday, March 13th, 2024, at about 12:38 p.m., Caltrans Maintenance Area Superintendent Jerry Prado was about to enter the eastbound freeway at Grand Avenue in the city of Walnut, California. As he approached the on-ramp, he saw something unusual. A young man standing on the bridge, looking down at the traffic below. The man was climbing on the safety railing, putting himself in extreme danger. At first, Mr. Prado thought the man might be watching an incident on the freeway below, but something felt off. Without pause, Mr. Prado pulled over to check. As Mr. Prado exited his vehicle, he realized the situation was much worse than he had initially thought. The young man was still climbing, edging closer to a tragic fall. Without a second thought, Mr. Prado ran toward him. Acting on instinct, he grabbed the young man and pulled him from the railing to safety. As he held on to him, Mr. Prado saw that the young man was in deep emotional distress. This was more than just a physical rescue, it was an emotional intervention. Mr. Prado's compassionate embrace helped calm the young man, offering reassurance when he needed it most. Other drivers saw what was happening and stopped to help. Emergency services were called, and within moments, officers from the California Highway Patrol, Los Angeles County Sheriffs, paramedics, and ambulances arrived. The young man was taken to receive care, and authorities ensured his well-being. What made this moment so remarkable was not just Mr. Prado's quick thinking, but the immense personal risk he took to save a life. He had no way of knowing the young man's mental state or if he was armed. He also faced the real danger of being pulled over the railing himself, falling 30 feet into live traffic below. Mr. Prado's bravery overrode any fear or hesitation for his personal safety. His selflessness that day made the difference between life and death. Mr. Prado serves as an inspiration of the impact one person can have in a moment of crisis, no matter the risk. The state of California takes great pride in presenting the Silver Medal of Valor to California Department of Transportation Maintenance Area Superintendent Jerry Prado for his heroic service extending above and beyond the call of normal duty. Thank you, Deputy Director Benton. This concludes the presentation of the Caltrans citations. I'll now turn it over to Undersecretary Buchanan.
Thank you, Undersecretary Hacker. Good afternoon. Our next department is the California Department of Public Health. Assisting us is CDPH Director and State Public Health Officer, Dr. Erica Pan. I'll now share the citation for heroic service performed by Heraclio Sandoval and Jaspreet Singh, health facility evaluator nurses with the California Department of Public Health. Thank you. On February 22nd, 2023, health facilities evaluator nurses Heraclio Sandoval and Jaspreet Singh began their journey back to the office following the completion of an investigation at a skilled nursing facility in Ridgecrest, California. They faced treacherous weather conditions with heavy snowfall and powerful winds reducing visibility and road traction. At approximately 3:45 p.m., while traveling on State Route 58 near Tehachapi, they encountered a major traffic accident. 3 semi-trucks had overturned, completely blocking the roadway. As they approached the incident scene, their vehicle began to hydroplane. Realizing that the cars behind them were not slowing down, they quickly and decisively steered onto a grassy median to avoid a collision and came to a stop. Just moments later, a car careened past them, skidding out of control before crashing into the cement barrier on the bridge. Another vehicle lost traction and slammed into the rear bumper of a car, adding to the growing chaos. Visibility continued to deteriorate rapidly. Suddenly, a semi-truck came barreling toward them, unable to slow down. Acting quickly, they once again steered their vehicle out of harm's way, narrowly avoiding a disaster. As they continued navigating through the storm and wreckage, they passed a harrowing scene: 2 overturned semi-trucks, several damaged signal trucks, and other numerous vehicles that had collided. Then, they noticed 4 men carrying a severely injured boy toward a vehicle ahead of them. Desperate for help, the men pleaded with the driver to stop. Instead, the vehicle sped off, kicking up snow onto the injured boy. Seeing this, Mr. Sandoval and Ms. Singh immediately called 911, but dispatch could not tell them when help would arrive. The 4 men ran to Mr. Sandoval and Ms. Singh, pleading for help and even offering money in desperation. Mr. Sandoval and Ms. Singh refused the money and quickly assessed the boy's injuries: a deep head wound with blood and clear fluid coming from his left ear, bones protruding out of his left wrist, blue lips, and signs of a collapsed lung from crushed ribs. The boy was unresponsive and in critical condition. Realizing there was no time to wait for an ambulance, they decided to drive him to the hospital themselves. The men who had carried the boy wept with gratitude as they carefully laid him in the back seat of the car. His brother gently cradled his head on his lap, holding him tenderly. On the boy's right wrist was a bracelet, one commonly worn by members of the Sikh community. As the car pulled away, his brother spoke softly in Punjabi, urging him to hold on. Upon arriving at the hospital, the boy was carefully transferred to a gurney and rushed inside for treatment. Later that day, Mr. Sandoval and Ms. Singh called the hospital to check on the boy's condition. His brother told him he had suffered a brain injury and was being airlifted to a specialized facility. With deep gratitude, he thanked them both for giving his brother the chance to survive. Health facilities evaluator nurses are tasked with ensuring healthcare facilities meet regulatory standards. They are not expected to provide emergency roadside medical aid. On this day, Mr. Sandoval and Ms. Singh demonstrated exceptional courage and compassion. Braving dangerous storm conditions, they relied on their medical training to assist a critically injured child when emergency services were delayed. Risking their own safety, they transported him to the hospital, actions that proved to be the difference between life and death. In the days that followed, it was confirmed the young boy survived. The state of California takes great pride in presenting the Silver Medal of Valor to California Department of Public Health Facilities evaluator nurses Araklio Sandoval and Jaspreet Singh for their heroic service extending above and beyond the normal call of duty. Today, we are also honored to be joined by Jaskaran Singh, whose life was saved thanks to the courageous actions of Mr. Sandoval and Ms. Singh. Jaskaran is here with us now to help recognize and celebrate their bravery. Jaskaran, would you please stand? Thank you, Dr. Pan. Next, I'd like to invite Secretary McCumber to the podium.
Thank you, Undersecretary Buchanan. Good afternoon. Our next department is the California Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation. Assisting on stage is Director of the Division of Adult Institutions, Gina Jones. This is a citation for a heroic act performed by Rogelio Tienda, Correctional Officer from CDCR. On the morning of Sunday, May 28, 2023, at approximately 6 a.m., California State Prison Corcoran Correctional Officer Alejandro Vasquez was driving home after a shift when he was involved in a violent head-on collision. The crash left him unconscious and his vehicle quickly caught fire. CDC Correctional Officer Tienda arrived at the scene and saw the horrific aftermath of the hit-and-run collision. Officer Vasquez was trapped in the driver's seat, surrounded by smoke and flames. Officer Tienda immediately grabbed a crowbar from his vehicle and worked to smash the window. He pulled Officer Vasquez from the wreckage. Just moments before, flames fully engulfed the vehicle. After moving Officer Vasquez to a safe distance, he kept him calm and monitored his extensive injuries. Then Officer Tienda noticed someone walking away from the scene. Realizing this person might be involved in the collision and attempting to flee, he immediately followed. Without regard for his own safety, Officer Tienda pursued the individual for about a mile before catching up with him. The individual appeared to be intoxicated. Officer Tienda ordered him to return to the scene of the crash, and after several commands, the individual finally complied. The California Highway Patrol arrived shortly afterwards and took the individual into custody. Officer Tienda's quick thinking and fearless actions saved a fellow officer's life and helped ensure a dangerous individual did not escape. His unwavering dedication to his duty, even in the face of personal risk, went far beyond expectations. The state of California takes great pride in presenting the Gold Medal of Valor to California Departments of Corrections and Rehabilitation, Correctional Officer Tienda, for his extraordinary act of heroism, extending far and above the normal call of duty. Next up is a citation for a heroic act performed by Charles Davis, Correctional Sergeant, California Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation. On the afternoon of Friday, August 4th, 2023, Correctional Sergeant Charles Davis was returning home after working a double shift when he saw a house engulfed in flames. Without hesitation, he pulled over and rushed to the front door, knocking frantically to alert anyone inside. He could hear dogs barking and learned from a neighbor that multiple people lived there. Determined to help, Sergeant Davis bravely entered the burning home to search for occupants. Inside, he faced an unexpected challenge. Several dogs, frightened by the fire, bit him multiple times. Despite the pain, Sergeant Davis pressed on. In one bedroom, he found a young man in a deep sleep, completely unaware of the danger. The man had a severe developmental disability and had taken medication that left him unresponsive to the chaos around him. Sergeant Davis quickly woke him and carried him to safety after confirming that no one else was inside. He did not stop there. Sergeant Davis managed to save the 3 dogs from the rapidly spreading fire. The blaze was so intense that multiple emergency crews had to respond to contain it. Thanks to Sergeant Davis's quick actions and selflessness, the young man and the animals he saved survived a fire that could have taken their lives. He put himself in danger without a second thought, risking everything to save strangers. Today, we honor and commend Sergeant Davis for his extraordinary bravery and unwavering commitment to serving others. The state of California takes great pride in presenting the Gold Medal of Valor to California Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation Correctional Sergeant Charles Davis for his extraordinary act of heroism extending far and beyond the normal call of duty. Next award is a citation for a heroic act performed by Thomas Coyle, Senior Laboratory Assistant, California Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation. On the afternoon of August 28, 2023, Senior Laboratory Assistant Thomas Coyle was driving home from work when he stopped at a red light on Highway 16 at the corner of Grant Line Road in Sacramento County. He was behind a CHP officer when he witnessed a violent crash involving a garbage truck and several other vehicles. In the collision, a pickup truck went airborne and crashed into the middle of the road, bursting into flames upon impact. 2 other vehicles rolled off the road and slammed into a power pole, causing it to lean dangerously. The impact brought down power lines, sparking both a vehicle fire and a grass fire. The CHP officer moved to block the intersection while Mr. Coyle safely pulled off to the side of the highway. Straight away, he ran toward the wreckage to help. Several drivers had minor injuries, but the situation was far more critical for the drivers of the pickup truck and the garbage truck. The pickup driver was severely injured and barely conscious, with fire closing in fast. Acting swiftly, Mr. Coyle pulled the driver from the burning pickup truck and dragged him to safety. Moments later, loud pops and explosions rang out as the fire had ignited ammunition inside the pickup truck, making the scene even more dangerous. At first, the greatly injured pickup driver was safe while awaiting paramedics, but the fire continued to grow dangerously close. The leaning power pole threatened to fall at any moment. Without hesitation, Mr. Coyle helped the pickup driver to his feet and moved him further away from the growing danger. Then Mr. Coyle spotted another life in jeopardy. The garbage truck was also engulfed in flames, with the driver still trapped inside. He immediately alerted the CHP officer, and together they rushed to pull the driver from the burning garbage truck and moved him to safety. As fire personnel arrived, they urgently shouted, "Everyone get out of here, that pole is going to come down." Without a second thought for his own safety, Mr. Coyle ran back again for a 3rd time to help move the injured pickup driver to safety behind a local police vehicle. Through his incredible heroism and bravery, Mr. Coyle saved 2 lives that day. His selflessness and quick thinking in the face of extreme danger are a testament to the courage he displayed when others needed him most. The state of California takes great pride in presenting the Gold Medal of Valor to California Department of Corrections Rehabilitation Senior Laboratory Assistant Thomas Coyle for his extraordinary act of heroism extending far above and beyond the normal call of duty. And today, I believe we are honored to be joined by Mr. Gary O'Bannon, whose life was saved thanks to the courageous actions of Mr. Coyle. Mr. O'Bannon is here with us now to help recognize and celebrate his bravery. Mr. O'Bannon, would you please stand? Thank you both. Thank you, Director Jones. Returning to the podium to present our final citation is Undersecretary Hacker.
Thank you, Secretary McCumber. Our final department today is the California Highway Patrol. Assisting on stage is CHP Commissioner Sean Dury. Citation for a heroic act, performed by Jesse Rogers, Officer, California Highway Patrol. On the night of August 28th, 2024, Officer Jesse Rogers was conducting a routine patrol when he received a call from the Reading Communications Center about a crash near State Route 44 and Airport Road. Officer Rogers arrived at the scene around 1 a.m., where he saw a woman frantically waving her arms in the middle of the eastbound lane. She told him that she was one of 4 people involved in a single vehicle crash and that her mother was still trapped in the right front seat of the vehicle. Officer Rogers located the vehicle on the shoulder of the road. As he approached the vehicle, he saw flames spreading across the car. The male driver was lying on the ground against the vehicle, and another male passenger was seated nearby, unable to move. Officer Rogers immediately turned his attention to the trapped female passenger. The vehicle's damage made it impossible for him to open the door. The woman, conscious but in distress, told him that her legs were trapped and she could not move. Without hesitation, Officer Rogers grabbed the fire extinguisher from his patrol car and tried to put out the flames, but the fire and smoke quickly worsened. As the flames spread, Officer Rogers accessed the rear hatch of the vehicle to try to free the woman. The heat was so intense that the vehicle's interior began to melt on the woman's hair and face, as well as Officer Rogers' hands and arms. Despite the escalating danger, Officer Rogers wiped the burning plastic away with his bare hands. The situation became increasingly dangerous as the ground around them also caught fire. Realizing the immediate threat of the spreading fire, Officer Rogers made the difficult decision to disengage from the trapped woman and focus on rescuing the other 2 injured individuals. He dragged both men away from the now fully engulfed vehicle. Officer Rogers tried to update the communications center about the situation, but was unable to speak due to the severe heat and smoke inhalation he had suffered. While selflessly risking his life to save others, Officer Rogers endured third-degree burns on his right hand and fingers, heat and smoke inhalation, and a torn meniscus in his left knee. Sadly, the female passenger succumbed to her injuries. However, Officer Rogers' brave actions were instrumental in saving the lives of the other 2 individuals involved in the crash. His unwavering courage, dedication, and tireless commitment to his duty were beyond measure. The state of California takes great pride in presenting the Gold Medal of Valor to California Highway Patrol Officer Jesse Rogers for his extraordinary act of heroism extending far above and beyond the normal call of duty. Thank you, Commissioner Dury. This concludes our presentation of medals. Please join me in recognizing our awardees and welcoming Secretary Medeiros back to the podium.
Awardees, would you all please stand? It's just incredible. The state of California takes tremendous pride in presenting the Governor's State Employee Medals of Valor to each of you for your extraordinary acts of heroism, acts that extend far beyond the normal call of duty. In moments of danger and uncertainty, you demonstrated courage, selflessness, and an unwavering commitment to the safety and well-being of others. Your actions reflect the very best of public service, and they serve as a powerful reminder of the strength, compassion, and dedication that defines California's state workforce. You've earned not only our admiration, you really have inspired us today. Please join me in honoring and celebrating the 2025 Governor's State Employee Medal of Valor awardees one more time. Now it's my honor to call Chaplain Mindy Russell to the podium to deliver the ceremony benediction.
I'm honored to be able to lead you in a word of prayer. Thank you all. Would you bow your heads? Almighty God, today we have gathered in solemn gratitude and profound respect, standing on this ground made sacred by the courage of those we have honored today, the recipients of the Medal of Valor. We thank you for these heroes, women and men, who in moments of unspeakable danger chose valor over fear, sacrifice over safety, and duty over self. Their actions are more than chapters in history. They are living testaments to the best of the human spirit. We ask a blessing over these recipients and their families, those present with us today, and may we be worthy of their legacy of living lives of service, of principle, and of deep compassion for others. So as we go, may we honor them today, and may we carry forward the torch of liberty with humility and honor. May peace and justice cover our state, our nation, and our world. In your holy name, amen. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Chaplain Russell. And a heartfelt thank you to all of our awardees and to all of the organizational representatives who've joined us on stage today. I would also like to extend a special thank you to the CHP Academy staff, to the Cal HR team, and to the Merit Award administrators from all of the represented departments, as well as all the volunteers whose dedication and hard work were instrumental in making today's ceremony possible. The California Association of Highway Patrolmen sponsored Medal of Valor kiosk, together with the Cal HR Medal of Valor website, will soon be updated to honor and commemorate our newest awardees. Additionally, this year's program includes a QR code that offers direct access to the Cal HR Medal of Valor website, where you may learn more about our distinguished recipients and their acts of heroism. With that, we officially conclude the 2025 Governor's State Employee Medal of Valor Award ceremony. Before we dismiss, we kindly ask that everyone remain seated for a moment while our awardees and on-stage presenters exit the stage to gather for some photos outside. Once again, congratulations to all of our awardees, and thank you, everyone, for joining us today.